Oke, guys, welcome back to Detective Q channel. Kita akan melihat sebenarnya ini adalah kelanjutan dari live streaming yang ada di
if you wouldn't mind my company.
26. Yap, kita selidiki lagi ruinnya ini menceritakan tentang apa ya. Waduh, ya gampang dikeroyok. Mantap.
Bow your head.
Kita tukar aja kali ya. Cepet banget. Oke, kita harus ngapain sekarang?
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step.
When the tide comes in, I shall return.
Lah. Sip. Itu isi dulu. Mantap.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here! Stop that!
Safety. Mantap.
Boba, get them!
Silence!
Oke, kita naik lagi. Oke, pakai stamina biar nggak habis. Sip, let's go. Oke,
Almost at the top. Keep it up!
yes, masuk lagi. Tempat apa lagi nih? Astaga, banyak sekali.
Let my name echo in song!
Be sanctified.
Eat this! Time to shine! Say cheese! At the frying pan!
Settle down.
Lanjut. Sebuah lift. Aduh. Wah, kayaknya nanti bakal kita ganti juga nih lampunya. Oh, sip. Kemana kira-kira ini? Terbang.
Wow.
Asik. Jadi ternyata kita telah mengetahui bahwa Oceanid, orang-orang yang menghilang di insiden poison yang ada di live streaming itu menjadi Oceanid semua. Tetapi apa nih yang akan terjadi selanjutnya? Apakah kita akan bisa nyelamatin mereka semua? Mari kita lihat dulu nih.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Di dinding.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering.
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding
Okay.
walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dic...
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophet.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dead.
And is that Lady Furina in the 3rd image?
And is that a ring of people?
The 4th image. I know this one.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuviletee.
Ooh, the Paimon's getting the chills just... This says that it's the history of the...
I really...
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fountaine, come before the 3rd? Where the hydro...
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Furina only emerges in the 3rd image.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but the previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents...
But who would have created these slates?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Furina.
In that case, there's no time to lose.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Well, mari nanti kita bertanya ke Furina. Keluar dulu untuk investigasi.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina.
You still have energy for that now?
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Traveler, I will go talk to Furina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a...
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure...
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then.
I will be carefully considering my...
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you. All right.
Oke, kan masih ada satu markasnya lagi sih, tapi ya sedikit prihatin juga karena Melus dan Silver gak bisa ikut kita kali ini.
We're finally back!
Welcome back.
Yay! And there's good food too! Navia! Ooh, dessert! Nice, these are all... Hyman's already starting to forget what happened today.
Oh, that voice. Is that...
Huh?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fountaine?
Si Mona dong.
seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever
Still, we didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. Why did you think I was from Fountaine, though? Is that because...
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was... There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at...
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in...
Wow! Imagine including a boast.
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a lot.
My name means Mona the Great.
Thrice as great? That's...
I know, right?
Talk about excessive.
Megistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology.
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not from...
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes.
Oh, that's a good thing then.
Speaking of that, there's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think it...
What do you make of that prophecy?
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist. I'm afraid that this is not something that... But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from...
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but...
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet... Are you sure? All right.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing.
Oh, well, this...
That's the greatest of astrologists for you.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. There's...
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler.
Nah, kita harus ke atas dulu dan sebelum mana dia by the way? Oke. Nah, untuk ngeset suatu, mungkin kita perlu tahu sih si Neuviletee ini ada rencana apa perihal stone slate-nya. Please tunggu sebentar karena detektif mau ngecek sesuatu dulu nih. Jatuh mati kudasai.
1 hour later.
You're here! Finally!
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neuviletee and Lady Furina, they seem to have... Like I said, I've already explained everything!
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
Nah lo, kejadian kan?
You mean... they're all...
Musnah.
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Ayo loh.
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that.
Kok bisa sih?
But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before...
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was hurt. I understand your concerns, but...
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret there are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly.
Diintai juga si Furina. Sasuga. Misir Neuviletee.
This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is... You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be.
Well, since you know about my secret investigation, there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudex, but you're still my subordinate. You should be just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
Mencurigakan.
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling.
Neuviletee.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh, you noticed.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasse. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding. Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that we may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh? Like what?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with... If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but this may be cruel to her. But all Fountaine is in crisis. But who will lend us their aid?
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a...
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me?
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the... As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Okay.
Oh, how intriguing.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Cloran.
Huh? Didn't you say that?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to...
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger.
I've also gone diving to catch some...
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, though that was their name. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly. A trap comprises of the following components. So, if we were to build...
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Our line of work requires a...
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you?
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more...
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical... I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it.
What about you, Monsieur Neuviletee?
I fear I do...
That makes sense. You usually solve problems, but I do have one more question for you, Monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that might...
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing...
We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on track, but we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Wow!
Wow. Go to the Spina de Rosula's base. Nah. Mantap. Yuk, kita ke Spina de Rosula base terlebih dahulu untuk melancarkan my eyes. Aduh. Untuk melancarkan suatu strategi ya. Well, mari kita istirahat terlebih dahulu.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? Hyman didn't think the meetings would go on. Hyman thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone... it's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have... After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all! Then what's that? Paimon's never seen that cup before!
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Who's that voice?
Have you forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar.
The voice from the sky, You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. Consider me a passerby.
Oh.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled. You may be...
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed? Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the things that you shall see.
What is she talking about?
I believe that you understand, right? Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. This was good tea, by the way.
The voice.
Well, siapa dia?
I want to hear someone talking. Alright. Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
Mona!
Fine, just fine. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes! It was Charlotte. I'm in full support of her view.
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before, huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots.
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. But I've never met her, and...
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scare.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrible.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now. Traveler, Paimon?
Oh, we're fine.
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has often... But even so, perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart. I did originally think of steering clear of all the...
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go. It was worth trying to comfort you, even if... I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Paimon suddenly... Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Pemburu dan diburu. Mari kita jalan untuk melancarkan.
Huh? Our names are written in the... Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blind adventurer with their... So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet. Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us. Ugh, seriously? Well, fine.
Oke, jalan lagi. Banyak sekali kelanjutannya hari ini. Semoga nggak terlalu take time.
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake!
Masih
it was so
juga.
delicious the last time we tried it, despite the tense situation.
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Neuviletee...
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either.
Oh, the prophecy. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat some...
Wow.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more? These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Oh, you know Sijuin?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she said that humans are creatures that are... I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now.
And there she goes. Alright, let's dig in. Paimon shared this cake. It's more delicious than last time. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food.
Apakah sudah waktunya perencanaan? Penasaran sih.
Oh, we're near the Seabird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. It's alright though, I've set aside the amount intended for you.
Really?
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden?
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of...
I see! It seems you've already... So, she mentioned me?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this...
Huh? So you're...
Oh, of course it doesn't! That was more like...
Yeah, are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're...
Oh, in that case...
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor and... Ooh, so much to get done now. Talk to you...
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If... just for...
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, if you're seriously asking, then from what I've seen, most people don't. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, and then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use message. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic. But I do love my job. But anyway, that's my answer.
That's so nice. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
Wow. Beberapa menitan lagi lah ya, biar nggak terlalu take time.
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty Paimon's been thinking, if it wasn't Fountaine, but all of No, Paimon should ask if you... We've always been moving to the next You mean, still traveling? Huh. Wait...
Wow, kayaknya rencananya akan dimulai nih.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Meropide, that's for...
Ah, so the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur... Not at all. Yes, inside the Opera House.
A riot?
Well, that said, Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and Mosh loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, the crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Furina.
I agree.
So what happened after that is
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of the Marechaussee Phantom had their hands full maintaining.
So, you mean
That's right. The Marechaussee. That said, I don't think there's much good.
Don't worry, this is more.
Is that so?
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Furina, and as we also know, when Neuviletee was talking to her, it would be hard for her to. Paimon thinks Furina's probably taken. Huh. Well, what do you think? In that case, there's not a
Sip. Kita akan ke Poison terlebih dahulu. Nah, untuk menutup jalan ceritanya hari ini,
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Furina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Hehe. Oke. Sebelum itu kita foto dulu. Gimana nih caranya? Mantap. Oke, atau si Charlotte lah. Si Charlotte sekali lagi. Oke. Mantap. Sip. Ini kita pilih sebagai ini. Nah, oke, guys, ini kita tutup dulu case-nya si Genshin 4.2 terlebih dahulu. Dan sepertinya setelah kita kasih terang-terangan insiden poison, si Furina mencoba untuk menyelidiki langsung ke poison, dan itu adalah rencana dari si Neuviletee di sini. Jadi perburuan dimulai. Nah, apakah Furina akan menceritakan semuanya di sini? Kita tunggu di next video. Tetap support detektif dengan cara klik like yang banyak dan share ke teman-teman lainnya. Oke, see you in the next video. Bye and ciao.